everyone. Today we're going to discuss about gravity batteries. We have our friends from Africa, Mr. Ifiani Uchi. So what you want to discuss? Mr. Ifiani. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. I
Yeah,
want to know more
thank you
about
for.
your energy sector's present situation.
Hello. Can I hear you very properly?
Yeah, we
You
are
said
discussing about gravity batteries. Can I know more
yes.
about you, about your country, and about the energy sector of your country?
All right. Okay. Here in Africa, I'm from Nigeria, in West African region. We are a population of 210 million people. If I might be wrong, all right, but 210 million people. Then we run on hydroelectricity, which we generate from the two dams we have here in Nigeria, from the Kainji Dam and Shirelo Dam. And we also have other source of energy like the coal. We still have those who have the solar energy, which is a new trend now. But basically, we depend on the hydro dam for our energy across the country.
Okay. So, do you have any startup on energy or how you work?
The electricity energy here in Nigeria comes from the dam, which have a turbine. Then the turbine also, during the rainy season, the dams get filled up with the dams get filled up with the rain, and also waters around the region, because within we are within an area where we are not a landlocked country. We have the Atlantic Ocean on the western region. Then on the northern region of the country, we have the Sahara Desert. So the waters connect, and across the dam in Lokoja, that's where the friction is. So we have a turbine energy there, a turbine plant there, which which generates the electricity. Then it's all sent to the stations built for collection across the states of the country, and we make use of a overhead cable.
Okay. So,
Exactly.
uh, yeah, I know that you are involved with the transhumanist coin. So, how does it
Okay.
work, or it helps for the energy sectors, or batteries, or different kind of research in your country?
For now, we are still growing the fan base
Mr.
of
Ifani?
transhumanism. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yes, I said right now we are still growing the fan base of transhumanism in Nigeria through letting people know what the project is all about. Now, in terms of electricity generation and gravity batteries, there is ongoing research whereby we can use the energy derived from the blockchain to create constant electricity supply in the country, but it's still under research. So for now, how the blockchain can play a role, and the transhuman coin blockchain can also play a role.
Okay. So, how the education system of Africa work.
The education system.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, the education system in Africa works. It works in two tiers. The government sponsored education and the private sponsored education. Because in the government sponsored education, it depends on the area you are staying. We have those coming from the federal government, which oversees federal um, sorry, which oversees the federal education. Okay, which oversees the 6-3-3-4 system. What we mean by the 6-3-3-4 system is 6 years in the primary school, 3 years in the junior secondary, 3 years in the senior secondary school, and the 4 years in the tertiary institution. So that's the what the federal government brings out. Now the private also follow the same step, both their secondary school, primary, and the university. So we run a unitary system where we have this system works for us.
Excellent. Like when we develop your education policy, your country focus on research and innovation.
Station, Tamara Power Station. Yes. Hello, you said?
Yes, I said that your country focus on research and innovation.
Yes.
Yeah, how does it work?
It's the research and education. The research and education unit is not that too functional because of some crisis ongoing. Because I will not come up to start defending it or start saying it works well. We are behind in some areas of educational research, even in most areas of research, because of instability, crisis in the government, and so many other things we do experiencing, and finally corruption. But in the private sector, some private individuals are trying to set standard, in the sense that they keep evolving with the current trend. Like there are some universities that have employed the use of artificial intelligence or use of the computer system in teaching, where you may not need to be physical in class. You can connect through virtual reality, virtual studios, and have your lectures. But to access those institutions, their fees are exorbitant. Why the government owned schools, both federal level and the state level, still depends on the in-classroom teaching, and except few universities, all the rest are still on the same plane, on the same level, still operating in classroom. So it's not yet developing, it's stagnant, unless there come in a government that reduces the corruption level. We can see progress in the research and educational sector.
Very interesting. I want to know more, like how your government or your corporation support the youth communities in your countries for doing research like gravity batteries, like artificial intelligence, like digital currencies. How your government help?
Okay. I will start from digital currency. In the digital currency area, we Nigerians are the
Yes.
top country, the highest adopters of cryptocurrency in the whole world. Looking at the chart of last year shows Nigeria is the number one, then followed by few other countries, maybe Russia and other countries down the Brazil. Why it's so is that we're experiencing inflation, and the economy is dying down. The youth have no support from the government, and using the cryptocurrency as a way to innovate themselves, many of us dive into it, and we seek solace in it from the cryptocurrency aspect. Now we go into the artificial intelligence. Nigerians are creative people. If you have someone who will sponsor you or who will encourage you, many are willing to go into artificial intelligence. I have a guy on LinkedIn, goes by the name Joshua. I've forgotten the last name. He's into robotics, and he keeps on running a design on robots while still in Nigeria here. Now, on the issue of what was the first one, sir? You said you said three. You mentioned
Yeah,
three areas. You mentioned artificial
yeah.
intelligence,
Energy,
cryptocurrency.
artificial intelligence, cryptocurrency.
What's the first one? Sorry.
Energy,
Energy. Yeah,
energy.
right. Now here the energy.
NLT.
Energy,
NLT.
gravity batteries, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now the energy here is we develop our energy by ourselves. We run on self generator. What I mean by self generation is every household in Nigeria here have a generator supply, an alternative means to supply energy to them, because we don't rely on the federal, on the government generated energy. So most Nigerians, for the business to thrive, we need to have what we call the generators, depending on the size. Should the federal government energy goes off, we switch to our generator, which you define as gravity batteries, to keep running our business, keep running our whichever field of study we are. So we have our own gravity batteries in the form of generators.
Okay. So, how your youth contributing for this kind of research?
Well, most youth from banks,
They need cash.
those
Nobody
get most goes for gets cash from maybe banks as loan, because everybody down here wants to have physical cash at his disposal. Nobody cares about research except only few who are who knows the importance of doing research can carry on. The remaining rest just wants to have an avenue whereby they will see everyday money in their pockets, and they can solve their little everyday life issues. So in the aspect of research, it's not working down here.
Okay. Uh, like I want to know more, like how your policy develop for energy securities, for managing artificial intelligence or digital currencies.
Okay, the policy by the government, right?
That is government policy.
Yes.
Oh, we are still we are about transiting from an old government to the new one. So, but for the meantime, the government policies are. Okay, a minute.
Energy.
Okay, the government policies we have the green energy, that yeah, where that is pushing on Nigerians to adopt solar energy as an alternative means. then reduction in the coal usage, wind energy. We also have to do with biogas and the rest. Which- Yeah, biogas, wind energy, um, solar energy. We're already using hydro electricity already. So we have a policy on
Okay.
that.
So what do you think? How the global communities can work together?
But the first thing is to bring in education into the country, um, ch- change some certain policies first from the masses, that money is not the ultimate. Then two, we have a stable government, not a government based on tribalism or based on area of where he or she is he or she comes from. Then communities around now, we change our economic distribution, like distribution of wealth, so that it can balance each region, not a particular state in one region gets more than the others, and economic function is just only in one area. From there, communist or economic activities will begin to grow.
Okay. So how the global community can contribute more for your countries and how we can help each
They
others?
do, yeah. Yes, we can contribute. The global community can contribute, which have already been contributing right from the time, like the shell comes have cited industries here in Nigeria where they dig our oil for exportation. We have the Chinese here also, who comes in to teach most of our peoples on production. Even the Indians are also here, depending on their areas or field of need. The And also our people also in Nigeria do go. You do see them in so many countries like the UK, who are medical doctors, in the US. Some are also in the Western world, like the Europe nation, the East European nation. Some do have in one area of one field. Some do participate in one field over there. It works together. It just What we need is mutual understanding between the partnering country, that here, this is your role and this is what I tend to gain from you and this is what you tend to gain from me. And finally, I keep saying, if we can eliminate corruption, we will see the benefit of mutual interaction. Because even if you bring in the expatriates down here and they do the teachings and educate the people over here to do things in a more modern way, there is no facility or infrastructure to support that education, and it tends to die off. Maybe in a couple of years, those studies goes off, and we keep repeating the same cycle. So we need a very good government and international communities. Already we don't need the international communities coming into Nigeria. The international communities in Nigeria are many, but you just need a stable environment for those knowledge we gain from them to be translated to the masses, and it gets working.
Okay. So what's your concluding remarks for today's session and how we
Let
can
me watch.
develop a better communities? in internet?
You said?
How we can develop better community in internet? And what's your concluding remarks, closing remarks for today?
Okay, I would say the international community is the world is turning to a global village, and with the way the speed of internet is evolving um, to the next generation has made things to be easier for here in Nigeria, for here in Africa, and also to communicate better with the world. We need a developed technologies. We need up to date technologies around here, good network, and we also need a better playing field for the youth to to showcase their creativity. And when while doing so, you will see that the the tag on Africa as an underdeveloped continent will become a thing of the past, because so many potentials are down here in Africa. You just to do some little engineering, and we all become at the same pace.
Okay. Okay. So thank you for joining today's session. I will invite you more. Hopefully, with your all of the friends, you will join in our communities. Thank you, Mr.
Avoid
Ifiani
the
Uchi. Thank you.
Mhm.
avoid
No problem.